Welcome everybody to the MartinPC.com Truck Series. We're live here at the Nashville Superspeedway. I'm Josh Coppernoll. I'm joined by Dawson Allen. How you doing, Dawson?
Doing pretty good here tonight, Josh. I'm ready for an exciting race here. The Juggernaut Truck Series has put on some great racing this season thus far, and I'm very excited to see how this race goes tonight and where this takes us here as this regular season starts to wind down as we're getting ready to head into playoff time.
Yep, playoff time is coming very soon. These drivers, they are getting ready to, focus on what's coming up soon. We look at our schedule here, and we're here at Nashville Superspeedway, 150 laps tonight, and there's only a handful of races left until round of 12 when Lucas Oil visits us, or we visit Lucas Oil, rather.
Yeah, there's a couple races I've got kind of pegged in my mind to watch for. Mid-Ohio is going to be a very exciting race there. A lot of guys are going to have to struggle to get through that tight road course to see if they can't make it to the end and try to get that last bit of points they need to push them over the edge to get over that hump to make the playoffs. And then, of course, the season finale at Pocono, that's going to be an interesting race to watch as well. So I'm very excited to see how this all plays out as this season's getting ready to come to a close.
You know what I like, Dawson, is the fact that with the exception of Nashville and Chicagoland back-to-back, where we visit Chicagoland next week, of course, all the tracks left are completely different. Nashville and Chicagoland are the closest to in comparison to the rest of the schedule from Mid-Ohio, New Hampshire, and Pocono. Because Chicagoland, it's a 1.5-mile D-shaped oval with backstretch actually curved a little bit. You know, it's going to be a wide open track, if you will, just like Nashville here. Mid-Ohio being a road course, that is completely always a wild card when you go to road courses. New Hampshire, it's the Magic Mile. It drives like a short track in a way, but is it or is it not? And then Pocono, tricky triangle. There's no 4 turns. What turn 4? All completely different beasts. Go ahead, Dawson.
Yeah, next five tracks we've got on the schedule, all going to be just a different amalgamation of skills you're going to need to get around some of these tracks. So it'll be interesting to watch those guys fighting for those playoff spots to see how they can maneuver this stretch of the schedule. A pretty tough stretch, if you ask me, to get to that finish line and try to make the playoffs to go run for a championship.
And speaking of playoffs, let's look at the playoff standings. All the names you see in yellow, they're clinched. They're in the playoffs. All the ones in white, they need all the points they can get. Good news for a guy like Kyle Reuter, who is on that cut line. He's 59 points ahead of Brett Bennett. As long as nobody in the red wins, and Kyle Reuter, he continues to be consistent, Reuter should have no difficulty making the playoffs here in just a few weeks. But you got like Cameron Stone, who has 5 wins on the season, Zach Rinker with 3, and Wineland, Petrucco, Chicano, Fryer, and Shartner all with 1 win.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough battle here to the end. You know, guys looking down that list here that are in that red that are getting near that time where they're going to have to throw some Hail Marys. You know, Brett Bennett, Jeffrey Armistead, Brian Haynes, Brian C. Smith, Joe Gwilt, Oscar Enriquez even, Nick Stein, and Mason Lowry. Those guys, they're in that top 20. They are going to need to get something pulled together here in these coming races. And, you know, Nick Stein had a really good run going last week at Knoxville. He wound up with a really good race. I think he came home second in that race. We're very close indeed to the win. So a very strong run last week. Ultimately did not result in the win. That, of course, went to Adam Beneful in the 83. So we'll have to see what Stein can do. He's had some speed this season. It's just a matter of if he can finish off a race and pull it off and try to get himself back in the playoff picture.
And I know from past experiences with Nick Stein that he is fast. He is capable of being up there, competing for a win. If I were to say that a good shot that Nick Stein has at winning a race, I would say Mid Ohio would be a good one. I know he's really good with road courses. He has a road course background, but who knows? He might pull one off here tonight at the Nashville Superspeedway as well.
We'll have to see. Sitting third right now on the speed charts is Nick Stein. Of course, up top, it's the 57 of Cameron Stone. Nolan Hodgson riding behind him in second. Craig Fryer's up to fourth. And then Mason Lowry fifth. So a couple of those guys that really need a good run today, they're showing out in practice so far. We'll have to see if that translates into race speed as this race goes on.
There is a look at Cameron Stone, number 57 machine.
Of course, Cam, 5 wins on the season. Very impressive so far for that 57 truck. Just a great season all around for him. He won the first 3 races. And, he came out of the gate swinging. And then he had a little bit of time off there until he had a win coming to the Kansas Oval. Of course, that strategy call at the end of the race saved a set of tires, was able to get to the front and get the win. And then he also picked up the win at Sonoma. So, a various amount of tracks he's won at. So he's able to adapt to any track that comes his way. So I'm not shocked to see that 57 at the top of the leaderboards here in practice.
And this is our first time in the booth this season for the MarkPC.com Truck Series. I've been paying attention to the season as it has unfolded all season long. And, I saw Stone, he did, as you said, win the first 3 races of the season. And you got drivers in here that are absolutely very talented. Drivers that have been in the Coca-Cola iRacing series, like Adam Benefiel. To win the first 3 races is nothing to sneeze at. I know Cameron Stone, he's a very fast driver anyway, and he's sitting right where he feels comfortable at, and that is P1 on the practice chart so far.
So we'll have to see how this builds up. And, of course, that guy that's second right now is the 42 of Nolan Hodgson. It's going to be very interesting to see. He's in one of those positions. He's going to have to make some gains here to stay ahead of that cut line. He's 95 points to the good right now. But, a couple bad races here, he can find himself, battling that last race for that final spot. So, watching that 42, I wouldn't be surprised if he's up there contending for the win tonight. He's had some very strong runs, and I do believe that he is capable of a win here this season before we call it a season.
Yeah, Nolan, I've watched him for a couple of years just get better as a driver overall, and he's a really good driver. He knows what it takes. He just has to park it in victory lane and get that win.
Another guy I want to watch here. I want to watch that driver of the 56 Mason Lowry. It'll be interesting to see how he can perform in tonight's race. I've really got my eyes on that 56 truck. 5th in practice right now. He sits 19th, I believe. No, 20th in the points. He's in a must-win situation essentially here. And I am watching this 56. 5th fastest in practice right now. And obviously, if practice speeds translate over to the race speeds, that 56 can get that little bit more he needs. He can try to contend for this win and really throw the playoff picture for a loop.
And that's the beautiful thing about the playoff system that they have. It is so unpredictable, so unexpected, and if Mason Lowry can collect a win, he's got himself a chance to contend for a championship.
looking through the last 3 events, Mason Lowry's last race he ran, I believe, was all the way back at Gateway, and it wasn't a good run for the driver of the 56, I believe. He made a few laps and then was already out of it due to an incident, and he has not been in the last couple of races. So definitely going to be, claw his way out of it, see if he can make it here, and we'll have to see just how he can do as this race goes on.
Well, Dawson, there's minute 30 left to practice, so I want to know, who is your pick to win the race tonight?
Obviously, I've talked highly on Hodgson. I've talked highly on Lowry. I think both of those drivers will have a good shot at competing for the win, but I'm going to go with a wild card here. I am going to put my marbles in the Jeffrey Armistead bag. I think Jeffrey's had a lot of really good runs recently. He's done really well. And so I'm very excited to see just how he can perform at this track. I feel like he'll have a good shot to win this.
I'm going to go with a guy who is really strong anywhere you put him, and that's Kyle Reuter. Kyle, I know he's pretty talented. Been a while since I've seen him race, but I've personally called races that he's won. I know he knows how to get it done. I think Reuter is going to find himself in victory lane tonight.
We'll have to see if Reuter can find his way into victory lane here tonight. That'll definitely lock him in for this playoff run. So definitely wants to get to victory lane. I think anybody here wants to get to victory lane because right now, if you're not yet with a win, you're still teeter-tottering on being safe here. But if I put money on anybody being safe, points-wise, I'd have to say that 15 Carl Felber is sitting mighty high and pretty right now, 179 points above that cut line.
Well, practice is coming to a wrap here. We head on over to qualifying. Gonna watch Kyle Reuter. He is the first one out on track. Reuter's coming off turn 4, gonna start his first lap at full speed. Trying to paint the yellow line as much as he can through 1 and 2. I assume do the same thing through 3 and 4. As he does, getting all the way down to that apron. Might have touched it just a little bit. Reuter's first lap is going to be 29.89. Joe Gwilt takes the top spot with a 29.79.
Good lap there by Joe Gwilt as we see some more guys ticking off some more laps. Lowry up to 2 on the leaderboards here. Looks like Hodgson had a pretty slow lap there, a 30.938. Might have had an issue. Got a little loose on his first lap, so he has to try to bounce back and recover after that one. But as we see them continue going here, I believe right here on track we are seeing that is the number... That is number 42. That is Hodgson, yeah. So we'll see if he can recover, and he does. Wow, second fastest.
Yeah, Hodgson is now sitting third after Mason Lowry took over the top spot.
is still to set a lap. It looks like Dalton Kelly, Jeffrey Armistead, Carl Felver, Adam Benefiel, and then Craig Fryer. But you see Fryer coming around here to take a lap here. Issues. It looks like that Cody Bird.
That is Cody Bird.
Cody Bird in the wall in his qualifying lap, his second attempt, I believe. That's not going to help him get a good starting position here. Not what you wanted for that 13. Now he's going to have to start back in the Hornet's Nest. Currently 12th fastest, but probably going to wind up getting passed by the 17 of Craig Fryer. Let's see how this lap goes for the 17.
Fourth, 29.79 for Fryer. Dalton Kelly just crossed the line to start his first lap. And Dalton Kelly is the only truck on track at the moment. Running a little bit of a higher line than what we've seen from the other drivers there through 3 and 4. Currently 14th out of 14 that have posted a lap for Dalton Kelly, but his second lap should be the money lap, assuming everything goes right here through 3 and 4. And using the apron, Dalton Kelly goes to 9th place. Jeffrey Armistead out there on track. I don't think Jeffrey's going to have enough time here. We only have 15 seconds left in qualifying.
Jeffrey. Yeah, he might have waited a little too late for that one. Coming out here, I believe this is going to be his warm-up lap as he's trying to make a lap. I think he's run out of time to get a lap down. Carl Felver, Adam Benefiel as well, not making a lap. Neither is the one. That is Dustin Hall, I believe. They were not able to post a lap in qualifying, so the checker flag flies for the session. Your pole sitter for tonight's race is Mason Lowry. So a good run by him, especially when he's going to need it.
Yeah, as you said, Mason Lowry takes the pole to his outside. Nick Stein starting in third is going to be Nolan Hodgson with Craig Fryer in fourth and Joe Glilt starting in fifth.
In the sixth position is going to be the 9 of Kyle Reuter. Following him is the 86 of Brian Haynes and the 57 of Cameron Stone. Then rounding out the top 10 is Dalton Kelly and Oscar Enriquez.
Starting in 11th, you have Dale Leakus, Brett Bennett to his outside, Frank Klein starting in 13th with Cody Bird in 14th, and 15th is going to go to Adam Benefiel.
And rounding out your field, back there in what will be the 16th position is going to be Carl Felver. In 17th is Dustin Hall. And rounding out the field in 18th is Jeffrey Armistead. Now, you see that 79 down there? That is me, but obviously I'm not racing. I'm up here in the booth. So 18 trucks in total ready to go here at the Nashville Superspeedway.
Drivers are gridding up. I'm excited for this one, Dawson. First one for JCTV here for the MartinPC.com. It's Truck Series. In a very, very long time. JCTV, in case you are new around here, we have an in-race reporter. Everything was kind of thrown together pretty quickly, but we did get Brett Bennett, driver of the 47, to be the in-race reporter. So how that works is under cautions, assuming we have any, we'll pull in Brett Bennett, ask him how the race is going from his perspective, what he's learning out there, and kind of give a little bit of feedback of what it's like racing around this track with these guys.
Well, it's going to be a battle here for that playoff spot. You see that front row. It's Mason Lowry and Nick Stein, both of which 19th and 20th in points. Pretty much a must-win situation at this point. They're going to lead the field of green here at Nashville.
The pace car is off. Mason Lowry, our pole sitter, is going to give the green flag here. And we are underway at Nashville Superspeedway. And Nick Stein with a great jump on that outside line. He's staying there to the outside of Mason Lowry, as Nick Stein's actually going to clear Lowry and take the lead.
Good run there by Nick Stein to take the race lead. Mason Lowry now battles Nolan Hodgson for the second position. We got to spin the 33 truck around to the front straightaway. He's going to slide to the infield grass. As of right now, no caution. And the caution's going to fly already here just as we completed lap number 1.
Let's go ahead and take a look to see what happened here. Not sure if Rick Klein just spun it on his own. Didn't really get a good look there from my perspective.
33 just got loose in the exit of 4, which is going to be an issue you're going to see on those cold tires. You know, it's going to be really hard to keep it under control, but I don't know if the 83 might have made a little bit of contact with him when he spun there. It's going to be close to see here. I think he just missed contact with that 33 of Frank Klein. So just a one-car incident here to start us off. Lap 1 ends with a truck spinning to the infield grass and brings out the first caution of the night.
So while we're under our first caution, let's go ahead and explain something here. We have restart rules in effect. So the way this works is beforehand, the pace car would pull down pit road, and the leader of the at that time of the race had the opportunity to go anytime they chose to after the pace car pulled down into pit lane up until the green flag was waved by iRacing. Now, the leader has to wait until the restart zone in order to go. So essentially, it was almost like having a large restart zone beforehand. Now it is a shortened section, and penalties, I've heard, will be thrown by iRacing themselves if you jump the restart zone. Nick Stein, it appears, did a great job at that. I think Stein must have gotten his practice in on that. Maybe caught Mason Lowry sleeping a little bit, but long race. That was only just the beginning of the race. We still have 147 laps to go in this race.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time left here. It's not like we're going to be seeing no time for any of these guys to make moves. And, you know, a great restart. Yeah, obviously, we mentioned it. Great restart by Stein to get the race lead. So it'll be interesting to see how he does this next time by. You know, he restarted second for the the beginning of the race, so now getting to be the leader, getting to choose essentially you want the top or the bottom, and getting to be that control car should make a big difference in how this next restart plays out.
And if I am correct, Dawson, there is no like choose cone rule. It's only the leader that gets to choose whether they want the outside or the inside. Everybody
Correct.
else has to start. You know, if you're in third, then second row on the bottom, and fourth, second row outside, so on and so forth.
Yeah, no choose cone here in the Juggernaut Truck Series. Definitely interesting to see, you know, how that strategy isn't there, but it's still, you know, very important, you know, track position wise. You know, pit road now is more important than ever. Getting off pit road, beating somebody off pit road to try to get that inside or that outside lane, or just trying to set yourself up to where you can get up to that spot you want to be in here. So I believe we're going to get the one to green this time by. Nick Stein, of course, our race leader. Hodgson in second. You know, two ends of the spectrum. You got one guy that's all the way out of the playoffs and needs to win, and you got one guy that's pretty well into the playoffs and wants to try to lock it.
So it appears Nick Stein elected the bottom there. Drivers are double filed up behind that pace car, Mustang GT. Today's stages are lap 45, lap 95 for stage ends, and then of course race distance 150 laps long.
Yeah, stages in this league, stage racing, very much important to get that top 10, to get all the points you can get. And you see, like I said, some of those guys that have to battle points-wise as well. You know, Kyle Reuter's up there having a good run so far. We mentioned Hodgson as well. You know, they're getting a good enough run where they can try to keep that points gap ahead. Dale Lucas as well and Dalton Kelly. So they are definitely all going to have to try to fight for those points. But, you know, we'll see how it goes as we get ready for this restart.
Yeah, the pace car is in. Nick Stein with the jump, and a great jump at that. He's already a few truck lengths ahead of Nolan Hodgson in that 42 machine.
A lot of tight racing here. Everybody getting close quarters, trying to get any spot they can in the early goings of this one.
Cameron Stone using that outside lane to get around Joe Gwilt. And looks like Kyle Ritter gonna force the outside to work around Joe Gwilt as well.
Right there behind them, that 66 Oscar Enriquez has had a slow but steady climb here into the top 20 in points. So a really solid run here. Really great for this rookie driver in the series. You know, he's done really well for the team as a whole in SPLD, you know, as he joined on, and now he's running here top 10, and he's just been putting together performance after performance. Just very impressive all around for that 66 team.
Doing a great job right now, just riding right behind Dalton Kelly and Joe Gwilt, who are side by side, and Joe Gwilt got loose, able to save it.
Yeah, able to save it, but not going to help. Losing a bunch of spots now. He's going to get under fire from the 86 of Brian Haynes. Right behind them, it's the 83 of the 20. That's Adam Benefiel and Jeffrey Armistead. They're both coming for spots here too now.
They were side by side. The 83 Adam Benefiel, the 20 of Jeffrey Armistead. They've sorted it out. Got single file. And the field is pretty much single file throughout. We go to our leaders, though. Nolan Hodgson underneath Nick Stein. Nolan takes the lead away from Stein. Now Hodgson.
Still right there.
Yeah, Stein looking underneath, but he's got a mirror full of Mason Lowry as well.
Back there in fourth as well, it's the 57 of Cameron Stone. He's up in the mix as well. He's trying to make moves for positions as well. See if he can't snatch yet another win and get some more playoff points for that round of 12.
Nolan Hodgson moved up a little bit on corner exit. I noticed Nick Stein was able to wrap the corner a little bit better. Wasn't able to make a move, but now we have Cameron Stone underneath Mason Lowry for the third spot. Lowry with the run on that outside. Stone holding on. Try to get a good run here through 1 and 2.
Yeah, tight racing. Lowry is fighting for his life right now. Stone is just fighting for some more points to give him a bigger buffer into the playoffs. And that 9 of Kyle Reuter, the 45 of Dalton Kelly as well. They're not locked in. They're still having to fight for all the points they can
Lowry
get.
in the wall.
They got a truck. Oh. And that's going to end his day.
Man.
From third place into the wall. That truck has blown up. He's going to bring it to a stop on the apron. Call in the tow truck. Get it back to pit road. Not what he needed here in this race. And that's going to be it for him. He's out of here. So, yeah, not at all what you wanted to see if you were the driver of the 56. I don't think there was any contact.
It didn't look like there was any. We got a battle for the lead and a battle for third place happening at the same time. Those leaders side by side. Nolan Hodgson outside of Nick Stein, who's trying to get the position back. Hodgson running wide. Using that outside lane to the advantage, though. I don't think Hodgson's going to be able to have quite as good of a run down the backstretch. He might, though. Doing a great job through 1 and 2. Stay within striking distance of keeping the lead from Nick Stein.
Yeah, he is fighting his hardest to catch and pass this 42 once more to get back to the race lead. This is Nick Stein. He's doing a great job battling with Nolan here. Of course, Stein is in a very desperate scenario. He's got to get a win, but also the points can help as well. You know, even if just a little bit, you know, those 10 stage points are going to be better than 9 going down, especially when you've got a gain on that cut line.
And we were talking about both these drivers on the pre-race show not too long ago, and you know, I know I mentioned with Hodgson, I've watched him for a couple of years. He's gotten so much better as a driver. Nick Stein as well. I did not mention that about him, but I remember when I first met Nick Stein, he was pretty good, but I think he's definitely matured since then. He's gotten better, and you know, it's not just about being good to be up to the lead for a little bit. You got to be good, be mature, keep your truck up there. He's doing a great job at trying to fight back with Nolan Hodgson to once again take the lead.
And this battle is drawn back in. The 57 of Cameron Stone, and the 9 of Kyle Reuter, and the 45 of Dalton Kelly, and the 69 of Dale Lucas Jr. All of the top 6 are right here in this battle for the lead, and what would be the first stage win of the race.
Still got a little ways to go for that first stage. Nolan Hodgson, I think, on the wall, though. Just a little bit down backstretch off turn 2. Do you see a little bit of damage? And that's going to hurt Hodgson. Stein is able to completely clear Hodgson now, but Stein has company. Looking right there at his tailgate is that 57 of Cameron Stone.
Still an intense battle for this lead here. As now Stone trying to put pressure on Nick Stein. Kind of riding back right behind him, but at the same time, I think he wants to try to make the move to go for that race lead right now.
And Stone, he saw Stein and Hodgson battling hard. He knows Stein's tires are probably not the greatest right now after battling hard for as long as he did with Hodgson. Stone looking to the outside now, trying to make the outside line work. Right around the 82 machine of Nick Stein. Reuter looking like he wants to go with that 57 machine. Currently tucks back in, down to the bottom through 1 and 2. I believe Cameron Stone just got into the wall, Dawson.
Not just got into the wall, put into the wall. I think he got pushed up the track. Might have been contact with the 82 of Nick Stein. But that's going to hurt the 57 truck. He's dropping fast through the field here.
Gonna take a look, see if we can get a replay of what happened. Oh, wow. That wasn't a great angle, but I did see the 82 may have gotten a little bit loose, possibly. See, this should be a better angle. I'm not exactly sure what to describe that as. Net code, maybe, that brought Stein up. It looks like his truck just makes that right-hand turn right into Stone. And that might have been a little bit of net code that sent his truck to do that.
We'll see what they rule at the end of this race, but you know, it was really close racing between the two of them that whole time. You know, no one wanted to give an inch, and now we see Cameron Stone's the one who ends up paying the price here. So Nick Stein battling with Kyle Reuter for the race lead here as we continue on with just about 16 laps to go here in stage 1.
And Reuter is going to take the lead, possibly do a slide job. Is Nick Stein going to try a crossover? He's looking. Stein is going to go down to the bottom. Reuter around. Saves it.
What an impressive save. Yet again, though, another issue with Nick Stein. And now Reuter is going to continue to drop spots here. He has dropped all the way back to 10th. Make it 11th now as he gets passed by the 17 of Craig Fryer.
Wow. We go back to live timing here. See Nick Stein, half a second lead over Nolan Hodgson. But don't look too quickly. From 15th to 3rd, Adam Benefiel. He's coming, but he's also brought Dustin Hall along with him. Dustin started in that 17th spot, 17th to 4th for the one machine. Benefiel looking under that 42 of Nolan Hodgson, trying to make a pass for that second position.
And if there's anything we saw last week with Benefiel, our race winner at Knoxville, it was his ability to kind of save his stuff for that longer run, for the further the run gets. Right now, the fastest laps on the track have been run by the 83 and the 1. They are still under the 31 seconds, while everybody else is running, you know, low to mid 31-second laps. Benefiel and Hall are both running just under 31-second laps, so, you know, two fast trucks making their way to the front here.
And for Nick Stein, he's got a 6/10 of a second lead. We're going to see that start to get cut short. Benefiel being the fastest truck here lately.
As this battle continues on, some battles throughout the field, everybody just kind of try to fight for any position they can take at this point here. But the battle brewing here, the race lead is heating up. You know, that 83 so smooth with the wheel there as he hunts down the race leader, Nick Stein.
Riding on board. This is with Adam Benefiel. One thing that I'm noticing here is Benefield gets down to that yellow line before Nick Stein does. Sorry, that apron before Nick Stein does. Benefield's able to wrap that apron a whole lot better and smoother than Nick Stein is able to.
Well, here comes the battle for the race lead. Anna Benefield to the back bumper of the 82 of Nick Stein. And that's the one truck of Dustin Hall right behind them. Of course, Benefield and Hall teammates here coming into this race. Benefield made his first start last week. Hall making his first start tonight. Right now running 2 and 3, going for 1 and 2. Try to pass the 82 Nick Stein.
Nick Stein knows there's not a whole lot of laps left until the end of the first stage. Of course, that is at lap 45, working lap 33 right now. Still about 12 laps to go until that stage 1 end. Stein wants to hold on to that lead to collect a playoff point and 10 stage points here.
I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to hold off here. The 83 is making a move to the outside, trying to make the run here. Can he make it stick? 82 goes up the block.
Benefield being really patient right now with Nick Stein. I think Stein, he feels the pressure. And Benefield's going to try to look underneath. Not quite there. Benefield not quite able to make that move on Nick Stein just yet through 1 and 2.
And Stein closed the door, trying to make sure he can hold him at bay, but I don't know how much longer this 82 is going to be able to hold off. If he's got enough to do it for 10 more laps, try to win this stage, it'll be very impressive to see. You know, he's going to have to fight really hard here if he wants to maintain and win stage 1.
Stein was the fastest truck that last time by. I'm noticing Benefield getting off that apron a little bit sooner than what Nick Stein is right through the exit of turn 2 there. Benefield now trying to run the high line.
Dustin Hall starting to try to look around to see if he can try to make a move on his teammate for second here.
That corner there made all 3 drivers look very equal. Adam Benefield looks to the inside. He's there. Stein has to drive it wide. Stein trying to hang on to that outside. Maybe get a little bit of side draft going down the front stretch. Stein with the advantage. But I'm not so sure Stein's going to be able to hold on to it. Yeah. Benefield took a late apex into turn 1. I'm sure that's what you were saying. Ooh, there too.
Yeah, he really took it a little late, and him and Stein just about made contact, but kept it clean. Nobody spinning around, nobody having any issues, and we keep it rolling here as this time by. It's going to be making about 6 laps to go here in stage 1.
Adam Benefield and Dustin Hall able to get around Nick Stein. Stein is still right there with them, though. But if Stein wants to try to fight for the lead back, he's going to have to go against 2 drivers that it seems like they're working really well together. So I noticed it almost seemed like Dustin Hall was trying to give Benefield a little bump draft at one point there.
And if you'll notice something here, there's 1, 2, 3. There's Benefield, Hall, and Stein. 4th place, Dale Lucas Jr. He is just about 4 seconds behind this battle right now. And he's got a huge pack of trucks behind him as well. So, everybody battling, and I think we saw a slight slip up in the back there. Dalton Kelly having a slight issue on the corner. Just about slid up there, but was able to keep it straight. Everybody is fighting hard here to come to the end of this stage.
And they know they're going to be able to get 4 fresh tires here in just a few minutes. These drivers, they're going to push as hard as they can right now, try to get all the positions they can, those points. One driver I'd like to point out, Nolan Hodgson, all the way down to 10th place right now. That would be 1 point for Nolan Hodgson if he's able to finish there. Hodgson underneath 57, Cameron Stone, though.
And just ahead of him, the 20 of Jeffrey Armistead, having a pretty quiet run here in the top 10, just kind of biding his time if he can, just to get to the end of the stage. Needs some points here to catch back up to that cut line. Missed a couple races here recently, so he's going to need all he can get to try to get back into the playoff picture. Meanwhile, the battle up front between Benefield and Hall starting to get a little more dicey. They're starting to see, I think Hall is starting to peak a little bit, see what he can do to make a run on Adam, maybe setting up for the end of the race here as he makes a move to the inside. Here comes Dustin Hall to the race lead.
It almost looked like Adam Benefield wanted nothing of it. Just kind of pulled to the side, let Dustin Hall go. No need to have a couple of torn up trucks right now.
Issues for Stone. I think Stone might have got up and got the wall here in the corner. Stone is just not having the run he needs to have, or wants to have even. This 57 is struggling hard. It's not the race he's wanted here. It's just not gone his way.
And the good news for Stone is that caution is going to fly here really soon, sitting in last of drivers that are still on the lead lap. Klein, Lowry are out of the race, 20 and 32 laps down. Last lap of the stage, Dustin Hall currently has position. Benefield is a little bit too far back, I think. Try to make a move here through 3 and 4. So it is going to be Dustin Hall to claim the stage 1 win. Adam Benefield in second, Nick Stein in third. And that crazy hornet's nest of trucks just behind. Looks like we have 69 Dale Lucas in fourth, Craig Fryer in fifth, Brian Haynes sixth, Kyle Reuter in seventh, Jeffrey Armistead in eighth, Nolan Hodgson in ninth, and Dalton Kelly in P10.
Some of those guys, the guys that missed out on the points that really needed them, Brett Bennett, he's the first one on the backside of the cut line. He needed some points, wasn't able to score any. Felber was unable to score any stage points there. But, he's got a big gap, but it's not going to help that he's losing out on that, Joe Gwilt really needs some points, Oscar Enriquez as well. And Cody Bird, he's currently sitting outside of that top 20 period, so just needing some points if he can get them. Just to name a few of those guys that needed some points, weren't able to get them. But we'll let them get through this caution as we're getting ready to see some pit stops here. First pit stops of the race for the field. 16 trucks storming down pit road.
They're going to be led by Dustin Hall. And you're going to see these first two trucks pull down into their pit boxes early. You see the pit boxes starting to come through. There they go. Right sides go up for the 1 and the 83. And they are off and away. And there is Nick Stein, who was sitting third when the stage came out. Stein going to lose the position on pit road as Dale Lucas was able to gain a position there.
Well, what do you say we dial up our stage 1 winner here?
Let's go ahead and do it.
Hey, Dustin Hall, this is Dawson up in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up, Dawson? Yeah, I got you, bud.
Alrighty, a great run there for you and your teammate Adam Benefield to get to the front here to end the stage. You wind up with the stage win. What was that run like there as the laps went on, being able to move through the field and get to the front?
I think we definitely have an advantage of being able to wrap the bottom a little better on older tires. Truck was a little snug there. We did a little work on it. We'll see if we can make it even better.
Right, and we saw the 83 pull to the side there, kind of, it seemed like, to let you go. Didn't want to battle with you there for that stage win. Obviously, stage 1, he'll give it to you, but near the end of that race, he's not going to do it. Are you ready to fight him for that race win?
Oh, yeah. Just like Adam said, Adam would tell me he'd wreck his grandma to win a race. So I got to play by his rules if that's what we're being held to. But really, no, he let me go there. He wanted to see what his truck felt like in dirty air. And also see how much better I was. He ran a little different version of the setup than what I'm running. Just a matter of air pressure is the only difference. So I was able to show him that this is a little quicker. We put these air pressures in his truck. I don't think it's going to be much of a battle from here on out. I think you're going to see that 83 just go ahead and part seas.
All right, we'll let you get back to your team. Good luck the rest of the way out there, Dustin.
Hey, appreciate it, Dustin.
And that was Dustin Hall, your stage 1 winner. So the lights on the pace car should be out here. We should get the one to go this time by. And Josh, what are you looking for in this second stage here?
Well, these drivers, they know what their trucks are feeling like after that run. Of course, we only had one caution. That came out on lap 1. So these drivers, they've had a chance to get a long run and feel the tires out, how their truck's going to handle. I think it's going to be a little bit different. You see drivers try and change things, maybe what they learned later on in a run. I think a driver like Cameron Stone, currently 15th, is going to start work his way up after falling back. But it is Dustin Hall who is going to be the controlled truck here. Lead us back under green.
Pace car makes its way through 3 and 4, leading the field. It's going to make that sharp left turn down onto pit road. Dustin Hall, Adam Benefield, Dale Lucas Jr., Nick Stein, Craig Fryer, your top 5 as we enter the Geico restart zone. The green flag flies. Back up through the gears they go, rolling once more for stage 2 at Nashville.
And a great restart there by Dustin Hall. Adam Benefield able to clear Lucas there. And Nick Stein as well, getting around that 69 machine. Oh, we got a couple of trucks loose. They both save it.
Man, oh man, those cold tires will get you good. It was the 17, I believe, of Craig Fryer, the 37 of Joe Gwilt, both of which come sliding off of turn 4. Both keep it straight, keep it rolling, we stay green.
That was a great job by both of those drivers. And these two right here are fighting for the lead. I'm wondering, though, if Adam Benefield is going to work with Hall, try to get a comfortable lead. Then if he wants to pass Dustin Hall, make the pass once they're a little ways away from everybody else. If they do work together. Right now, if Adam Benefield tries to make a pass on Dustin Hall, they battle side by side. That's just going to bring Stein and Lucas into the picture there. just behind. Stein gets loose, though, sliding out the track. He almost went around. Saves it. Gonna lose position.
Straight. Able to recover there. And look and see back here. 5th place position. That is Jeffrey Armistead. Gained a couple spots in that pit stop, but it was because he missed his pit stall. Wound up getting 2 right side tires. That was all he did for that stop. Finds himself 5th place right now. Not doing too terrible. Let's see what goes on here as this stage goes on, if those tires begin to wear out there on the left side.
Right now, anybody that knows he took 2 tires is going to pay attention where he is running at after this run. See if 2 tires might be way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to keep their eyes on that 20 truck. You know, if he drops back and just loses everything, they'll know, okay, 2 tires doesn't work. But if he's able to maintain, if he's able to hold his spots and hold his ground, maybe we'll see some more guys take 2 tires as the call here as this race goes on.
I'm very interested to know how that strategy is going to work out for Jeffrey Armistead.
Missing his pit stop. Pit stall may be a blessing in disguise there. Running 5th, and right behind him, his teammate Oscar Enriquez in the 66. They're both running together here. Brett Bennett, I believe, is back there in 7th behind them as well. So SBLD 5th, 6th, and 7th right there. Throw all 3 of them under a blanket. And then right behind them is Nolan Hodgson in 8th place. And then Craig Fire, and that's the 57 of Cameron Stone is in 10th. It looked like the leader blinked out for a second, I think. I saw Dustin Hall drop through my standings, then reappear here, so I think he might be having a little bit of issues. You'll see him pull to the side. I believe that's letting the 83 of Adam Benefield go by. So the 83 resumes the race lead.
Adam Benefield back to where he feels comfortable at. And already about a truck length ahead of that one machine, Dustin Hall. Looks like a little bit more issues there for the one truck.
Yeah, he's gone. At least on my end right now, it's showing that he's not in the race. He's reappearing. He's back now. But, you know, those guys up there racing with him probably aren't too happy with something like that happening, because that is that's not something you want to see happening ahead of you.
No, not at all. Especially long blinks like that. Dustin Hall currently sitting in the 5th position. We'll see if he continues to have some issues or if it's going to get under control and maybe work his way back up to the front. As Hall is looking under Oscar Enriquez right now.
Yeah, that puts him back on the Hornets. That's back with this traffic again. So obviously, you know, I think the people that are more on toes, the guys around him. And, you know, this guy was disappearing and reappearing for the last lap or so. So I don't know if I want to be too keen about racing with him. It's all back behind this, too. Brett Bennett just about got sideways coming into the braking in the corner. Just about plowed into the back of the 20 of Jeffrey Armistead. Able to recover and save it, but cost him a position here as Nolan Hodgson gets to his inside.
And it may be a few positions because Brett Fryer is right there, now underneath 47 Brett Bennett. It is all single file through the entire field at the moment.
I'm impressed with right now that 69 of Dale Lucas is staying tough with Adam Benefield right now. Hanging in his right there on his coattails. He's not going away just yet. So that's 69 holding steady in 2nd. Keeping pace with our race leader.
Yeah,
In fact,
and
he was faster.
And it may be that Adam Benefield is not pushing his truck as hard. It also could be that the 69 machine is just better than the 83 right now.
Yeah, it'll be kind of interesting to see as the run goes on, but I believe that the 83 is trying to just to keep, conserve his tires and everything. Let the 69 burn him off, and then shoot by him and take off. So I think that's what he might be doing here. He might be playing possum a little bit. Let the 69 catch you. Let him think he's going to have you, and then let loose and roll on with it. We saw that happen in the first stage. That 69, kind of burned his tires off a little bit earlier, and the 83 saved it, ran all the way through the field, got to the front, and has been able to stay out front. So, we'll see what happens as this race goes on and how the 83 handles the rest of this race.
So right now, we are watching on board of the 69 P2, Dale Lucas here. And what I'm interested to see is how they enter the corner and how they exit the corner. You would think that, if you're able to, get back in the gas quicker and get off that apron quicker, that you're going to be a faster truck. Yes, you are, but it is going to hurt your tires. And with us being in the looks of what's going to be a long run, the more and more you do that, the more and more tire wear you're going to have. It's going to be the driver that appears to be on the apron, kind of wrapping that apron a lot more, that's eventually going to be the faster truck in the longer run. So what I'm watching here is to see who is able to drive that corner better. And these drivers look very evenly matched. Benefield may have touched the apron a little bit there, get a little bobble, but Benefield is starting to pull away from the 69 machine.
And definitely gapping him now. That time by just a tenth slower the 69 was, but just already putting a distance between himself. And you see back there, here comes third place. Dustin Hall closing in on Dale Lucas Jr. Going to go for that second position here once more.
So as I stated, as long as he didn't have any more issues, I expected him to start to drive right back up to where he was. Dustin Hall, of course, was in, I believe, 5th place. Once he fell back a few positions, and currently battling for 2nd.
More issues further back. Cameron Stone missed the turn, dropped a couple more spots, finds himself in the 15th position. Just not a good day here today for Cameron Stone. After the contact with the 82 of Nick Stein, he will find himself last here on track. Which, for him, it's okay. He can kind of have a throwaway race. He can have a throwaway race or two. Currently sitting with 5 wins in the season, a race like this doesn't hurt him that much at all. Just, takes him out of contention. We're trying to go for another win here to see if he can add to that playoff point total. It's just about all that does for him. And you see him pulling down pit road here. I believe he's either going to see about getting repairs done, or he's going to go ahead and just say, you know what, it's just not worth it anymore. Meanwhile, we got a battle brewing here. This is 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. This is Nolan Hodgson, Brett Bennett, Kyle Reuter, and Brian Haynes. This would be for the last 3 points positions in the stage. All 4 drivers battling hard. Everybody needs the points they can get. Joe Wilt lurking in the background as well. So, everybody fighting for whatever they can get here.
Brett Bennett made a dive down to the inside of Nolan Hodgson. And Bennett's going to be able to clear Hodgson just behind teammates Haynes and Reuter. We're still side by side. Reuter now able to clear the 86 Brian Haynes. As you said, yeah, Joe Wilt's there. Wilt's just hanging on, letting it settle down a little bit in front. I think Wilt's looking to make some positions in his blue and orange truck just behind. these guys.
Brett Bennett's trying to recover. Reuter scored stage points there in stage 1. Bennett got none, so now he's trying to repay the favor and get some points where Reuter doesn't get them. But he's going to need some help there. He's going to need that 42 to hold off, and he's going to need Brian Haynes to make a pass as well to try to lock Reuter from scoring any more stage points. But an impressive move. Sliding up in front of Hodgson is Reuter, and he'll take that 9th place position. So Reuter falling behind Bennett, trying to keep with it and trying to stay ahead. Make sure any points that Bennett gains pretty much become all for naught as this race goes on.
And this these points you're looking at right now, this is the cutoff line of who would make the playoffs. In the red, you're out. And that is currently Brett Bennett in the 47, who's 59 points behind Kyle Reuter in the 9 machine. These are not live points. This is what it was before the race started. Of course, with stage points happening, this is already different, as well as where they are running right now.
Yeah, obviously not live scoring, but still, Reuter scoring stage points where Brett Bennett did not. It's really going to hurt this 47 here. He's going to have to get some more points here throughout this race. To see Reuter has passed him, so that's not going to be of assistance for him if behind Kyle Reuter once more. And you see Brian Haynes making a move now to the inside of the 47 of Brett Bennett.
Yeah, Haynes wants to go with his teammate. Haynes was not able to keep it underneath 47 Brett Bennett. Haynes is right there.
He's all over him now. He's trying to make a mistake, see if he can't make this move. But meanwhile, out front, Adam Benefield is checking out from the field. His teammate Dustin Hall finds himself second. He's 2 seconds back from Adam, and he's 2 seconds ahead of third place Dale Lucas Jr., who is now under fire from the 82 of Nick Stein, who has closed back in, reeled back in the 69 truck. And now it looks like we're going to have a battle for third between Lucas and Stein.
Stein not quite there with Lucas just yet. I did notice, and I'm not so sure that Lucas in the 69 meant to do it, but there on the front stretch, Lucas had his 2 left side tires down on the apron, and it's a little bit of a surprise to me because I would think that if you want to use that apron, you want to put the entire truck down there, not just put a couple of tires down there, especially because of a little bit of change in the banking. At that time, Lucas does not touch the apron. It's down to it, but not quite on it. You see there, Stein, he is closing the gap, and he's got Greg Fryer just behind him as well.
And how about that 20 truck of Jeffrey Armstead? Still holding steady in 6th place. He's lost 1 spot since the restart. Very impressive run here so far. That 2-tire strategy working dividends, What wound up being a mistake turned into a happy little accident. He's got a good position right now to get some good stage points. He just got to make it last another 11 laps.
And he's got a really good buffer between himself and Kyle Reuter in the 9. Just a little under 2 seconds that he would have to lose to Reuter to lose a position and lose stage points, essentially. So Armstead doing a really good job, on those 2 tires right now.
Battle is for 10th now. Oscar Enriquez has fallen back to 9th. Brett Bennett is in 10th, and Joe Wilt 11th. So all 3 drivers here desperately need any point they can get. They're going to have to fight amongst each other for this final 2 stage points. And it looks like up ahead, Nick Stein and Craig Fryer have both passed Dale Lucas Jr. They are both coming to the inside of the 69 truck, and they're going to clear him. But now they battle into turn 1. Let's see who can hold steady in this battle here. Stein to P3, Fryer right there with him, trying to keep up. trying to see if he can try to make a move here in the closing laps of this stage. And not to mention, Jeffrey Armistead's closed back in as well, so he might have a chance to get into the top 5, passing Lucas here.
That's very interesting. And this is one reason why I am a big fan of open setups. Every truck handles different. You don't know what to expect with your competition.
If Benefield has stayed consistently 2 seconds ahead of Dustin, and then Stein is now 4 seconds back of Hall, 6 seconds back, almost 7 seconds back of our race leader here. So battles we're watching here for looks like 3rd and 4th, and then 5th and 6th. Big spots there, some big points payouts here for these guys right here. Stein needs them desperately. So does Fryer. He wants to keep. Well, Fryer's actually got to win, I believe, so he'll be fine. But everybody else is trying to get as many points as they can, just to catch that cut line or stay ahead of it.
Fryer had a really good corner entry. Was rolling up to the back of the 82 in the middle of the corner. I'm thinking Stein had the better exit, but they are very, very similar right now. Fryer running a higher line through 3 and 4 that time. And between Fryer and Stein, their lap times were almost identical.
Running extremely close to each other, keeping with each other, doing everything they can. They're not going to be able to run down the leaders, so might as well try to battle amongst yourselves. See who can settle the score and who can get that position, get that edge on the others. So we'll have to see what happens between them all. But that battle there for 5th between Lucas and Armistead, it's not really gone away just yet either. So you got these two battles going on right now. It will be tough for Stein to hold off Fryer, I believe. Fryer has been running slightly faster laps recently. That 17 wants that 3rd place.
Yeah, Fryer, he's a competitor. He wants the positions, and it will set him possibly in a better position for the final stage. We have only had just one caution for incident, and then the other caution that we had for stage 1 ending. So the only incident happened on lap 1 of this race. Otherwise, we have been completely green.
Good to go this time by. Adam Benefield is just all by himself right now out front. And then Dustin Hall as well. He's on an island of his own in 2nd. But the battle again heating up. We've got the battle for 3rd between Stein and Fryer. The battle for 5th between Lucas and Armstead. And then the battle for 10th. Joe Wilt and Brett Bennett. They are still going at it with each other. Fighting hard to see if they can't get the last spot they need to get that 1 point. That 1 point could mean everything for them. Either of the or. To see what happens here. But as we'll get the white flag. We have another issue almost with Nick Stein. It looked like he might have blinked out for a second.
And I do believe that we have 5 to go. I believe it is at the end of 95 for the stage. But Stein does stay in 3rd place here. Did blink out, but he is back and running in front of Fryer. Fryer, of course, once again takes that outside lane through 3 and 4. And right now, I think Stein is just doing better than Fryer. Wrapping the bottom through the corners.
It's ever so slightly better, but it's still better. He's able to hold on. But now, as we look up ahead, I'm seeing the 9 of Kyle Reuter is catching up to the 20 and the 69. Gonna be interesting to see this battle for 5th heating up even more now as Reuter is closing in on Armistead and Lucas. Looks like Armistead at the inside of Lucas going for 5th here.
Using as much of the track as he possibly can. Jeffrey Armistead was all the way down to the apron. It looks like Lucas is going to send it into the corner. Now go wide. That is going to allow Armistead to have a great exit and now start to pull away from that 69 of Lucas. Meanwhile, just behind, Kyle Reuter, he saw that. Reuter is going to try to do the same thing to Lucas to get the 6th position.
Now we've got 2 to go in this second stage. So just now, again, heating up even more here. This battle, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th now closing in is Brian Haynes.
Brian Haynes doing a great job hanging a little ways back. These guys. Adam Benefield through 1 and 2, though. Down the backstretch. About to claim the Stage 2 victory.
Oh.
And the caution is out early.
Next, one of our race admins, he just said over the radio, that's my bad. But it not like it would have mattered too much anyways. Adam Benefield had enough of a lead. He'll take Stage 2, so Team Conti sweeping the stages here. Adam Benefield takes Stage 2 here. That's Dustin Hall finishing 2nd. Nick Stein 3rd once again. Craig Fryer in 4th. How about Jeffrey Armistead in 5th there? And then, of course, Dale Lucas finishing in 6th. He was able to hold off Kyle Reuter there. That is the 86 of Brian Haynes in 8th. Oscar Enriquez in 9th. And Brett Bennett holds strong, gets that final stage point. So, with 15 trucks left in the race, this is going to be a big stop here to see about track position coming out here. And then we'll have to see about that last pit stop they'll have to make. So as we watch our leaders pulling onto pit road, everybody else following along with them, let's see how this pit stop shakes out.
Looks like Adam Benefield might just win the race off pit road. He does, and look at Nick Stein. Nick Stein is going to take 2nd place. Dustin Hall 3rd, Greg Fryer 4th, and Jeffrey Armistead in 5th. Go ahead, Dustin.
Yeah, that's the benefit of having one of those pit stalls up near the front. You know, you can launch off your pit stall and just shoot right for that line. You know, you have a lot less time you have to worry about your speed. So, you know, you can just kind of shoot the gap and try to fly forward for it. And Nick Stein taking advantage of it, and he's going to get it. So, Josh, what do you say you call up our Stage 2 winner?
Let's go ahead. Hey, Adam, it's Josh up in the booth. Got a copy?
Yo, what's up?
Absolutely fast truck you have there. Pulled out to over a 2-second lead over your teammate to win that stage. How's the truck feeling?
You know, filter time, EPI Chevrolet's feeling pretty good. Tried some experimental stuff right there, Stage 1, and Dustin was on the more traditional side, so seen it didn't work, scrapped it, and made pit stop adjustments, and she's riding. It's a little tight, but made a couple more adjustments, and I think we'll be all right here.
So all 3 stages tonight are relatively close to the same amount of laps. They are a little bit different, so it's going to be almost a 50-lap run to the end, assuming we stay green. So do you have a good feeling from the previous 2 runs that we've had for how this 3rd stage is going to play out to try to go and win the race?
I mean, I hope it goes long. You know, on EPI 2.0 set up straight up, it's pretty good long run. So benefit us if it stayed green, but I think we can get the job done either way. But either way, it should be fun.
All right, we'll let you get back up in there with your team. Maybe we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Sounds good.
And that was Stage 2 winner Adam Benefiel, who is going to restart this race from the lead with Nick Stein to his outside.
And now it all comes down to this, what could be the final restart of the race. You know, you got to set yourself up for a good run to the finish here. Be about 51 laps to green, to the end here when we go green. So it'll be a battle here between some of these drivers to try to get as many positions as they can and give it their all here in this final stage.
Pace car could make that hard left-hand turn down into pit road. Adam Benefiel gonna wait to get into that restart zone. He's in it. The green flag waves, and it looked like Nick Stein might have been caught sleeping there a little bit. Benefiel, Hall, they both get out to clean lead. And 2nd place now. Nick Stein falling back to 3rd place.
Really going to want to watch this here through 3 and 4. Cold tires yet again. It's going to be interesting to see how they can hold it here coming through 3 and 4. Everybody stays clean, but a battle breaking out. Fryer, Armistead, and Lucas, the 3 trucks battling. This is for 4th, 5th, and 6th now, with Reuter and Haynes and Oscar Enriquez back behind them.
Oh, Armistead loose.
Lucas got in the back of the 20, got him a little sideways, and that sacks everybody up. Armistead drops all the way back to about 14th there.
Great recovery by Armistead. You look, all these drivers, they're in a hornet's nest right now.
Yeah, for everybody now, it's go time. It's not time to lay back and see how the truck feels or just save the tires. See Brett Bennett sliding sideways a little bit there off of the exit of 2. He recovers as well. He'll drop to the back here. And now you see a little more spread out. They're starting to get spread out up front here. I think it's about the top, what? Maybe top 6, top 7 now, single file. And everybody else still trying to fight for any position they can get.
One driver that's had a good recovery after issues early on is at 42, Nolan Hodgson, who is trying to take the 8th position away from Brian Haynes. Hodgson underneath that 86 machine going into turn 1.
Tell you what, Nick Stein has had short run speed to be able to keep up with these 2 race leaders. You know, he's been back right there with them this entire time, riding on the back bumper of Dustin Hall, but is he going to be able to make it work here in a longer run scenario?
I think what Nick Stein would like to see is a caution come out late in this run to try to use some of that short run speed to his advantage. Meanwhile, Dustin Hall is still right there with race leader and maybe closing in Benefield just a little bit. Not trying to make a move on the 83 right now, but Hall is riding.
I think Hall's going to want to ride it out a little bit here. But as it goes on, I think he'll definitely try to make a move. So you see a battle. That is a 66 of Oscar Enriquez and the 9 of Kyle Reuter. They are side by side now coming out of the front straightaway.
And Enriquez is going to get around Reuter, take the 6th spot. And Enriquez starting to pull away with it. And these two side by side once again. Haynes in the 86, Hodgson in the 42 machine.
Dustin Hall has taken the race lead away here from Adam Benefield.
And Benefield is falling into the clutches of Nick Stein for the moment. Wondering if Benefield maybe made some changes he didn't like there under that caution. We did hear him talk about scrapping some of the changes he made earlier in the race.
Yeah, it looked like he went a little wide off the exit of 4. The one got to the underneath of him, there, and he just let him go, and he was gone from there. So, what to see? He might be experimenting in that dirty air yet again to see how the truck feels in it. But right now, Dustin Hall leads, and then you've got Adam Benefield second, Nick Stein is third, Kurt Fryer in fourth, Dale Lucas Jr. is in fifth. They're all right there, battling hard for these positions they can get.
Well, Dawson, I want to do one of my favorite segments, and that is Turn It Up. 35 laps to go for the MartinPC.com Truck Series race here at Nashville Superspeedway. This is the distance between our race leader and second place, Dustin Hall and Adam Benefiel. And these two drivers, ever since they got up to the front, nobody else has been able to touch that lead.
Something I want to point out that we missed there, it looked like just close to after the restart, the 15 of Carl Felber went for a spin into the infield grass. It looked like he was able to keep it off the wall and everything, but currently on pit road, has not come back out on track. He's currently 13 laps down, scored in the 50th position, but I don't know if he's cutting his losses here as well, or if it's a matter of he's getting his truck repaired. But the 15 truck not really wanting to have that bad of a day. But when you're not really going to lose any spots and there's not much to gain anymore, I mean, I can see why he's on pit road and his day is done.
We have a battle for the third position. Nick Stein underneath 17, Craig Fryer. Fryer is going to send it in a little bit deep there on the outside of the 82. Fryer with a big run down the front stretch now. He might be able to clear Nick Stein. He does. And Stein's going to have to settle for the fourth position right now as Craig Fryer makes a really great pass there for the third position. Meanwhile, just behind those two drivers is Kyle Reuter and Dale Lucas for the fifth position. Reuter trying to take fifth away from Lucas, and Reuter is going to be able to with no issue at all.
Bird just recently on pit road. He's been struggling around the track recently, pulling it down as well. I believe he's coming back out here now. Maybe just trying to get some tires and get a little bit of damage repaired. Just not having the race he wanted to have as well. So he comes out 14th place right now, a lap down. His night might be close to over as well here.
Oh, Bird is going to take a trip through the infield grass on pit road now, and my guess is that is a cause and effect of cold tires for that 13 truck, and that is very unfortunate for Cody Bird, who now goes 2 laps down.
And will be more. That's an unsafe pit exit, so they're going to hold him in that pit stall, so not what he wanted to have happen there.
Battle for the lead, Bruin. Adam Benefiel has caught Dustin Hall. Looked like he wanted to try to peek his nose just underneath the one machine. Wasn't able to, or didn't completely do so. Benefiel is there. And Dustin Hall knows it. There are 28 laps, coming to 27 laps to go in this race. So for Dustin Hall, he needs to start to think about firing up those horses.
Still an ongoing battle. Third, fourth, and fifth. Kyle Reuter, Craig Fryer, Nick Stein, and Dale Lucas coming up in sixth here. I'm sorry, excuse me. It's just for fourth, fifth, and sixth. Fryer out by his own. It's Reuter, Stein, and Lucas.
Brian Haynes not too far back away from these guys. Lucas, Stein, Reuter, they get to really battling each other hard. It's going to really pull Haynes in.
Side by side for the race lead. Benefiel to the inside of Dustin Hall.
Dustin Hall just going to not really put up a fight. Drive a little bit wide there before Benefiel take the lead. Now Hall going to try to reevaluate. Try to get that lead back.
These two teammates here, they're going to battle hard throughout to the end of this race, but they're going to try to keep it as clean as possible, at least until that white flag flies. And this is what they wanted. They wanted that long run. Both of them wanted it to go like a long green flag run so they could try to run away with this race lead here, and they've done that so far, currently in about a 4-second gap to third place Craig Fryer in the 17.
And Fryer, of course, there you see him passing by. Kind of in a little island of his own. Not around really anybody at the moment. And I think Fryer's all right with that.
He's got a good plot of land right there. 2 seconds ahead of, about 3 seconds ahead of him, about 2 seconds behind him. So not too much to worry about here for that 17 truck. Just kind of tick off the laps as this race goes on and get to the finish.
Go back to the battle for 6th position. Brian Haynes just took it away from Lucas. And Haynes might be starting to set his sights on Nick Stein for the 5th position here.
Haynes is starting to come alive here big time. Pulling through the field, coming up on that 82 with Nick Stein for the 5th place position. Here he comes, looking at the inside. Tried to go for it. Stein going to hold steady, so we'll have to see. Oh, Stein a little bit slower there.
I think Haynes did a great job getting off the corner and also keeping it off of Nick Stein. Haynes, great run down the front stretch, able to get around Nick Stein, and Stein almost had an issue with,
right back with him, come back.
Yeah. Stein now underneath Haynes.
He had that issue in 4, and he was able to recover it. And now he's able to fight back to the 86's inside. So, I mean, whatever he had happen in 3 and 4 that last time by that checked him up and slowed him up there, he's able to recover, and now he's back side by side with the 86 for this 5th place position.
And Stein not able to keep it underneath the 86, Brian Haynes. Joe Gwilt looking to the outside of Nick Stein.
Joe Gwilt quietly climbing back through the field as well, coming for that 6th place position now on Stein. Had a couple incidents, a couple times he got squirrely off at the exit of 4, and now he finds himself in 7th place. So we'll see what this 37 can do, see what he can get by as the laps tick off and we close in here towards the end of this race. Just 18 laps to go. Be 17 to go this next time by here at Nashville. And it looks like Benefiel is running away from his teammate here with the race lead.
Yeah, Benefiel, I think, was maybe just trying to save his tires, possibly. Or wanted to see how his truck was going to feel. Running behind Dustin Hall. Could have also been that Hall was just better on the short run there. Of course, Hall taking over the lead from Benefiel for that short time. Benefiel able to work his way back up to Hall. And, as you mentioned, almost 1 second lead on his teammate in that one machine.
Adam Benefiel rounds it through 3 and 4, about a second lead over teammate Dustin Hall. So we'll get the Mardon PC 15 to go here at Nashville. You just know that 83 in that one, they're thinking in the back of their minds, please. No caution, and we had maybe a slight issue for the 69 here out of 3 and 4. He was slow off of the exit of 4. I don't know if he got the wall or if he just didn't have a good exit there, but cost him a spot to Jeffrey Armistead in the 20 truck and moves him back into the 9th position.
I don't see really any damage on the hood of the truck, but there is definitely damage on that right side of the 69 Dale Lucas.
Past position, Jeffrey Armistead coming to the inside of Joe Gwilt in the 37. This is for the 7th position. The 20 truck trying to move back through the field after that incident on the restart that sent him sideways and put him all the way back to the back of the lead lap cars. He slowly but surely climbed back through them and puts himself now in 7th place position. So a good run to recover from this 20 truck.
Joe Gwilt trying to stay right there with Jeffrey Armistead there. Gwilt's been doing a great job all night as well. A couple of times Joe Gwilt got a little bit loose, but this truck is really clean.
Laps continuing to wind down here. Adam Benefield continues to grow his lead on Dustin Hall. No sign of slowing down for that 83 truck.
Not at all. Adam Benefield, the only way anybody is going to catch him is if he has an issue or a caution comes out. Benefield just got 10 laps to go when he crossed the line, and Benefield, he's been class of the field all night after working his way from the 15th position, and he did so pretty quickly.
Benefield able to
Benefield
get through it each one, man.
in these stages have not been a long amount of time. Stage 1, 45 laps. Long, of course, again, we did have that caution early on, but that was on lap 1, so essentially it was like not really any time to try to gain any positions. We'll drop the green flag to the first caution. Benefield, he's had to work his way up through a very, very long green flag run, and has just stayed up in the top 3 ever since getting the lead.
Battle brewing for the 9th position. Dale Lucas now has to hold off the 66 of Oscar Enriquez, as he is now caught up to the back bumper, trying everything he can to get around him. Very important for Lucas to hold on to this spot. He's going to need to do it because he needs all the points he can get. Cannot afford to lose another spot here.
And Enriquez is going to look to the inside of Lucas.
Lucas does not want to give this spot up. They are driving. Lucas is driving extra aggressive. He may be what causes our next caution here at the end of this race, but Enriquez is still hanging tough on the inside.
Lucas is trying to run it as low as he possibly can without getting into the side of Enriquez.
Now, I don't want to say this and jinx it, but this one truck is slowly reeling back in the 83. Not too quickly, but, you know, by a bit, he's now back under a second. So, is the one truck found something, or is the 83 just playing possum again?
It is tough telling here. They're going to come to 5 laps to go right here at the line. I'm not so sure there is enough time for Hall to catch Benefiel unless Hall might just have found something. Or again, Benefiel falling off a little bit.
Just don't see enough gain. I mean, it's bouncing back and forth between a good gap and just a decent gap. I mean, it's really not loss or gain, but that time by the 83 much faster. So that'll put an end to it there.
Benefiel did turn the fastest lap that last time by. 31.3 compared to Dustin Hall's 31.4. So they're running very similar lap times, but Benefiel coming to 3 laps to go. Again, unless Benefiel has some issues here or a caution comes out, I don't think Hall is going to get there.
Yeah, I don't think he's shown those flashes there. I just don't think he's going to have enough time to catch him here. He's going to need that caution, or he's going to need Benefiel to just completely miss the corner, which I don't see happening out of that 83 camp here. So, but we may end up with a caution here. Battle between Brett Bennett and Dale Lucas Jr. heating up. This is for the 10th position. This is a top 10. This is going to be pretty big. If we see this happen, if we see this change happen, Bennett needs some more points if he can get them. So we'll have to see, and just looking to see where the race leaders are. Looks like the leaders are coming through 1 and 2. They may not catch the 42 Nolan Hodgson. I don't believe they will, but the battle heating up for 10th. Brett Bennett's right there on the back bumper of Dale Lucas Jr.
Brett Bennett, I don't think, got a very good entry into the corner. It almost appeared like Bennett was underneath Lucas. Now Bennett looking to the outside.
White flag out, 1 more lap to go here. Adam Benefiel holding steady, 1.3 seconds, not looking back. He came in last week at Knoxville, came away with the win. Now he comes in today, starts back in 15th, but he climbs his way through the field, wins stage 2, and he's going to win the race. Adam Benefiel is going to take it to victory lane in the MardonPC.com 200 in Nashville.
Great run by Benefiel.
Battle for 4th coming to the line. Haynes is going to beat out Kyle Reuter for that one at the line. And Brett Bennett has found his way around Dale Lucas Jr. as well for that final place in the top 10. A 10th place finish for Brett Bennett. But Adam Benefiel takes home the big one. He wins 2 in a row, gets the win here in Nashville.
Adam Benefiel bringing it around, going to start celebrating doing donuts. And those are my favorite kind of donuts right there.
I gotta be honest, I prefer mine to have a little bit of sprinkles on them. Well, as we see the 83 celebrate, let's take a rundown here of the finishing order. Adam Benefiel takes home the checkered flag. Teammate Dustin Hall, they take it home 1-2. Looking to do a dual celebration here. Celebrating it here. Craig Fryer scores a P3. Brian Haynes bringing home P4. And Kyle Reuter closing out the top 5. So a good finish for that 9 as he needs it for the points.
Yeah, great run out of both of Haynes and Reuter, those teammates. But Nick Stein bringing it home in 6th place, having a great run through stage 1 and 2, and ultimately falling down through the a little bit through the field there in the final stage. Jeffrey Armistead bringing it home P7, Joe Gwilt P8, Oscar Enriquez P9, and rounding it out in the top 10 is Brett Bennett.
And then the rest of your field, Dale Lucas finishing at 11th, Dalton Kelly P12, Nolan Hodgson, the last truck running, is 13th. And then you had 4 trucks, I believe, that were out of this race, if not 5. It was Cody Bird, Carl Felver, Cameron Stone, Frank Klein, and Mason Lowry, all of which did not finish tonight's event. So what do you say we pull in our 3rd place finisher? Let's go hunt him down. Driver the number 17, it's Craig Fryer. Let's see here. Hey, Craig, this is Dawson up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, Dawson. What's up?
All righty, 3rd place finish here. Had a really good run there coming to the finish. Able to get there that final stage, climb back up to 3rd. What was it like battling with Stein and Reuter there in those closing laps there?
Yeah, Stein was making it really hard for me to pass. He was hugging that bottom and really locking it down in the middle of 1 and 2, and it's just like you really need to pass in the bottom. And then you got to have good momentum coming off the turn 2 to complete the pass, or it's just going to be a battle for 3 laps of you just killing the tires in the bottom. So, I mean, it took 55 or so laps for me to get around in between, the end of stage 2 and the beginning of stage 3, but it was good. And, I had missed the start, even though I was qualified 4th. I had to climb up from there, and then beginning of stage 2, I lost it a little bit, so I had to gain it all back. So to come home with 3rd and finish behind those 2 guys, I'm pretty happy about.
Yeah, and definitely a good run here. Took to the end of the race, get you back up there to P3. But overall, a good run. You think another caution might have got you up there to contend for the win there, or do you think you'd been able to get that 1 and 83 truck?
I probably would have been more worried about going backwards than forwards. Those 2 guys had good trucks, and I was just so loose, to have a good long run car on the short run. So I would have just been afraid to do what I did at the beginning of stage 2 to try it. I mean, I would have had to throw a swing at it for the beginning, or for that short run if I was going to do that, but not really, unless them 2 would have got tangled up. That would have probably been my only way I would have been able to get around them. So 3rd, I think, was probably the best I could do, under that circumstances. But P3 here after not really having any practice, I'll take it.
Alrighty, and any teammates, sponsors, anybody you want to shout out here? What gets done for you at the 17 truck?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out to Carl because he took over the league from me this week, and obviously he's doing a good job so far. I'll do a shout out to EPI Setups for giving me this awesome truck this week. I know Dustin builds them, and the guy who won it, he also is driving it as well. So being in their company is pretty good, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, it was a good race, and I'm sure you guys did a good job up in the booth. And shout out to you guys as well for your first race, and hope you guys enjoyed watching us, and I'm sure you guys did good.
Yeah, well, we had a blast there. So that's your 3rd place finisher, Craig Fryer, bringing it home 3rd in Nashville.
Thanks.
And Josh, I believe you have caught up with our 2nd place finisher, that being the one of Dustin Hall.
Yeah, Dustin, you had a great race. Won stage 1, finished 2nd stage 2, and of course 2nd in the race. So came from the back to the front. What was it like throughout the first stage to do that?
Hey, how's it going, guys? It was fun coming through the field. I mean, that's why I enjoy racing in any facet. Just passing cars. It's my favorite thing to do about it. So that was a lot of fun to come through the pack. Can't really say I won stage 1. I finished 1st in stage 1, but it was definitely a strategic move just to give some long run dirty air to Adam and see how that worked out. But no, the EPI Chevy Silverado was just flying. Adam did a great job of preserving his tires. I knew I didn't have it in me, so I just went after it, hoping to build a big enough lead that he'd have to burn stuff up to get back to me, and Adam's just too good for that. So, the right guy won the race, fellow EPI guy. So that's awesome to come out of Nashville here, 1, 2, 3.
So to start stage 3, Adam started first. You got up to the lead. Was that you just was able to find something a little bit better than he did, or what was that like there?
At the end of the race, all of our adjustments that we had in my truck were in his as well. It was a full Team Conti effort, so we were driving the exact same truck there at the end of the race. He was conserving a little bit, and I was just getting really good runs off the corner. Didn't really think I was burning my stuff up at that point. I was just entering little wider, backing it up a little more, letting the truck rotate, and then driving it straight off. And I was just getting really good runs off. And lap before I took the pass or took the lead, he said, you can take it if you want it. And I knew dang well right then what he was doing. He was just going to go ahead and save and let me go burn it up. But I told him, no, I'm good to ride. And then the next lap out of 4, I just got a really good run, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll go now. So he didn't fight me for it, but I was definitely a little better on that short run, be it because I was pushing harder.
Well, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to who gets done for you behind the one truck?
I gotta give a shout out to Team Conti. Appreciate those guys letting us jump out into some of these fun leagues and have a good time racing. Not all business. Of course, EPI. Like Craig said, I build the truck sets, so I try to race them as often as I can. But with Team Conti duties, I don't really get many opportunities to run officials. So we heard about this league and that it was an open setup league, and it gave us an opportunity to feel what we're building in race settings. So big shout out to those guys for supporting us and letting us do this as well. Shout out to the league for letting us jump in and run with them, and you guys for broadcasting. I look forward to watching this one back.
All right, congrats on the second place finish, and it's good seeing you out there.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Dustin Hall, tonight's runner-up. And Austin, I believe you've made your way down to victory lane to speak with tonight's winner.
Yeah, that's right. I'm down here in victory lane with the now 2-time race winner, 2 in a row here, winning at Knoxville, and now here in Nashville. It's Adam Benefield. Adam, congratulations on the win tonight.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, got lucky and backed into to another one, 2 in a row. How about that?
Yeah, really good run. I wouldn't call it backing into it. I'd call that just pure domination. You and Dustin both were the trucks to beat by a long shot. Your setups were pretty much down to a T what you needed it to do to get to the front. And obviously, the only holdup really was that battle with Stein in the early goings of stage 1. And, he kind of stuck with you there on the restarts, but obviously you all were able to pull away. What was it like, getting out in that open air and just taking off and just dominate this race?
I mean, like I didn't qualify. It was intentional. I'm not the type to fire off. It doesn't matter where we go, what track we're at. I'm a real slow pace, steady pace at the beginning, and so I got something to be fast with a long run. So, yeah, I mean, I figured pay to win. Truck's been fast on short runs this week. I kind of seen it in some official races I did, so kind of knew that he would be there for a handful of laps. And it's so crucial how you take care of these tires in the first 5 to 7 laps here at this racetrack. So I just sat there and stuck to my guns and let the cards play out. And we had a damn good truck. It was really fast. But yeah, clean air was great. Biggest thing is I wanted Dustin to come in here to, we go 1-2, and then Craig, I found out halfway through the race that he was on EPI setup, so I thought that was really cool to see him get third. And I think fourth as well. I really don't know. I'm just reading through chat, but it's cool. But I kind of wanted to come in here this week and make a statement. There was a lot of stuff said uh, last week, so I kind of wanted to make a statement with this race, and I feel like I made it pretty clear. I'm not in here to make enemies. I'm just here to race and enjoy it. It's a great league. People can love me and hate me if they want. I'm not going anywhere unless I get kicked.
All righty. Well, is there anybody you want to shout out? Any teammates, sponsors? Who helps you get this 83 truck to victory lane week in, week out?
Yeah, man. Filter Time, Dale Jr. and Lake College, let me represent their brand. Junior Motorsports, Team Conti, EPI. Like I said last week, I told y'all exactly what setup it was, guys. If you're listening, is EPI 2.0 straight up. I played with it. It was air pressure stuff at the beginning, but we went back to stock, and it ate. It was good. It was ripping. So the guys over at EPI, Dustin, Rich for kind of pointing us in this direction to this league. It was cool. I'm glad he did that. So thanks to him. And you guys for broadcasting it. I had the broadcast pulled up the whole race. It was, really great broadcast. It wasn't well. It was a great broadcast. It was pretty good. Kind of distracted me a couple of times. I would go in there and clip the apron because I would end up listening or looking at what y'all were showing. So it was a good broadcast. Y'all did pretty good. But y'all got to do something about these bots in this chat, man. I mean, I had Naked Girls HD coming all over my freaking screen. So I do something about that.
All righty. Well, congratulations once again. 2 in a row for Adam Benefield. He gets it done here at Nashville.
Thanks.
Great win there out of Benefield. Absolutely statement win for sure, I would say, Dawson.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even just say it's a statement win. I'd say it's a statement showing by the Team Conti guys. It wasn't like Adam showed up and dominated the race and that was it. No, Dustin Hall was up there as well, and he was out front. Those guys put a distance on third place and beyond. They were gone in the long runs. They were showing up, and they came to play. They came to play. They came to show that this is their time and they're taking over. So we'll see how that goes throughout the rest of this regular season, and just see keep following along with how they go about for these next few races.
Let's go ahead and once again bring up our schedule. Next week we go to Chicagoland for 150 laps as well. And looking forward to that one. That one should be an exciting one, just like tonight.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that one from the beach there. I'll be gone next week. So Josh, you'll have to take the reins there, but it should be a really good race. Chicagoland puts on some really great racing anytime we go there in the truck, and I'm very excited to watch how this one plays out. And, I want to see, obviously we saw these EPI guys and Team Conti guys come in here and dominate. I want to see how they do here next week in Chicagoland, and be really excited to see how this shakes up here as this season rolls along, coming up on the playoffs.
Well, guys, that's going to do it from us here at the Nashville Superspeedway. Tune in next week. Same time, same place, right here on JCTV. Pre-race starting at 8:15 Eastern. On behalf of everybody behind the scenes here at the MartinPC.com Truck Series, Dawson Allen, I'm Josh Coppernell. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Take care.